Have you ever been told that walking every day is all you need to stay healthy after 60? Well, what if I told you that might be one of the biggest fitness myths out there? Because while walking is great for your heart and joints, science shows it's not enough to stop muscle loss or rebuild the strength you actually need to stay independent as you age. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments, how old are you and where are you watching from? I love seeing how far our senior well-being family reaches. Now, let's get real for a moment. After the age of 60, your body naturally begins to lose about 3 to 8% of its muscle mass every decade. And if you don't do anything about it, this gradual loss, known as sarcopenia, starts robbing you of your strength, balance, and mobility. It's the reason some people feel like they slow down with age. But here's the truth. You're not slowing down because you're getting older. You're slowing down because your muscles are shrinking. You've probably noticed it in small ways. Getting up from a chair takes more effort, carrying groceries feels heavier, or maybe you've started shuffling your feet instead of taking confident strides. That's not just aging, that's muscle loss. And the sooner you start rebuilding it, the stronger, younger, and more capable your body becomes again. Now, don't get me wrong, walking is still good for you. It helps circulation, heart health, and mood, but it doesn't build strength. Think of it this way. Walking is like checking your bank balance. Strength training is like making deposits. And if you're over 60, it's time to start making those deposits again. Luckily, you don't need a gym, weights, or fancy equipment to do that. You just need 2 simple home exercises, both scientifically proven to activate large muscle groups, improve balance, and send powerful rebuild signals to your body. Let's start with the first one, the glute bridge. This move is one of the best-kept secrets in physical therapy for older adults. It strengthens your hips, lower back, and core, the muscles responsible for keeping you stable when you stand, walk, or even just maintain good posture. And it's gentle, meaning no joint stress, no jumping, no kneeling. Here's how you do it. Lie on your back on a firm surface, like a mat or a bed, with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Place your arms by your sides. Now squeeze your glutes, those are your butt muscles, and lift your hips slowly toward the ceiling. Hold the position for 2 seconds, then lower your hips back down. That's 1 repetition. Try doing 10 to 12 reps, rest for a minute, then repeat the set 2 or 3 times. You'll feel your hips, thighs, and lower back working together. Those are your power muscles. In a study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, adults over 65 who performed glute bridge variations 3 times a week for 8 weeks improved lower body strength and balance by over 40%. That's huge, because these muscles are the foundation for every step, every movement, every moment of independence. Now, why does this exercise work so well? Because as we age, the glutes and core tend to go offline. Sitting for long hours weakens them, and when they stop firing properly, your whole body compensates. Your knees hurt, your back strains, and your balance starts to fade. The glute bridge reawakens those muscles and tells your nervous system, these are still in use, keep them strong. If you're just starting out, you can make it easier by lifting your hips just a few inches off the ground. If it feels too easy later, try holding the top position for 5 seconds or placing your hands on your stomach to feel your core engage. The point isn't perfection, it's progression. Even a small range of motion sends powerful signals to your body to rebuild. Now, while the glute bridge strengthens the lower body, we also need something that activates the upper body, especially the postural and back muscles that tend to weaken as we age. That brings us to the second exercise, the wall angel. You don't need weights, you don't need equipment, just a wall and your own body. Here's how you do it. Stand with your back flat against a wall. Your feet should be about 6 inches away from the wall, knees slightly bent. Press the back of your head, your shoulders, and your arms against the wall in a goalpost shape, elbows bent at 90 degrees. Now slowly slide your arms upward, keeping your elbows and wrists touching the wall as much as possible. Then lower them back down. That's 1 rep. Try for 10 to 12 reps at first, focusing on control and breathing. You'll feel your upper back, shoulders, and even your core working to stabilize you.
This move strengthens your postural chain, the muscles that keep you upright, confident, and pain-free. In one 2021 study from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, older adults who performed postural resistance exercises like wall angels twice a week for 6 weeks showed significant improvements in shoulder strength, spinal alignment, and balance confidence. And the reason is simple. When your posture improves, your center of gravity shifts back where it belongs, reducing your risk of falls and joint strain. If you find it hard to keep your arms touching the wall, that's okay. Just move through your available range of motion and gradually increase it over time. And if standing is uncomfortable, you can even do this seated against the back of a firm chair. These two movements, the glute bridge and the wall angel, are like a reset button for your body. One builds your lower body strength and balance, while the other restores your upper body alignment and stability. Together, they activate nearly every major muscle group in your body, efficiently, safely, and without any equipment. And the best part is, they reverse the effects of muscle loss, one rep at a time. Now, before we go further, I want you to think about something. When was the last time you felt genuinely strong, like you could lift, move, or climb without hesitation? For many people, it's been years. But the human body is remarkable. It never loses its ability to adapt. You can rebuild strength at 60, 70, even 90 because your muscles are always listening. The only thing they need is the right message. These two exercises send that message loud and clear.
Now, let's talk about why these two movements are so powerful and how to get the absolute best results from them, backed by science. First, let's talk about the science of muscle activation. Your body contains two main types of muscle fibers, slow twitch and fast twitch. Walking mainly uses the slow twitch ones. They're great for endurance, but don't grow much in size or power. The fast twitch fibers, on the other hand, are responsible for strength, speed, and stability, and those are the ones that shrink the fastest with age. Glute bridges and wall angels specifically target these fast twitch fibers, waking them up again. Each controlled contraction sends an electrical and chemical signal that says, "We're still needed." That triggers a cascade of processes in your cells, mainly through a pathway called mTOR, short for mammalian target of rapamycin. This pathway is like your body's build muscle switch. When you activate it through resistance, your muscles start synthesizing new protein, literally rebuilding themselves. And here's where it gets exciting. Studies from the Mayo Clinic and Harvard show that even gentle, consistent resistance training can reverse decades of muscle decline. People in their 70s and 80s who had never exercised before gained measurable strength, improved metabolism, and better balance, all in just a few weeks of consistent practice. Now, let's connect this to something many people overlook: nutrition timing. You see, exercise sends the build muscle signal, but your body needs materials to respond, specifically protein and amino acids. Experts recommend around 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal for adults over 60. That's roughly the amount in 3 eggs, a cup of Greek yogurt, or a palm-sized piece of chicken or fish. The best time to eat protein is within 2 hours after you exercise. That's when your muscles are most receptive to using those amino acids for repair and growth. So, if you do your glute bridges and wall angels in the morning, follow up with a protein-rich breakfast, maybe eggs and oatmeal or Greek yogurt with berries. It makes a big difference. And here's a bonus. Staying hydrated improves muscle performance too. Even mild dehydration can make your muscles feel weak or tight. So aim for small, steady sips of water throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Now, let's talk about frequency and recovery. The secret isn't doing a lot, it's doing a little often. 2 to 3 times a week is all you need to start seeing change. And remember, your muscles grow during rest, not during exercise. So give them a day or two between sessions to recover and rebuild. Over time, as your strength improves, you can make small progressions, maybe holding the glute bridge a few seconds longer or moving your arms slower during wall angels. Each little step compounds into bigger results. And this is where most people go wrong. They think, I need to do more, push harder, sweat more. But at this stage of life, your body responds best to consistency and control, not chaos and exhaustion. Now, let me tell you something fascinating from research. In a study at McMaster University, older adults who performed just 2 simple strength-based exercises for 15 minutes a day, 3 times per week, not only built muscle, but they also improved their cognitive function, because muscle activity increases blood flow to the brain, stimulating a compound called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which helps with memory and focus. So, every time you lift your hips or slide your arms along the wall, you're not just strengthening your body, you're literally keeping your brain younger. Here's the big picture. These 2 movements are not workouts. They're retraining sessions for your nervous system. They remind your body how to move with purpose, strength, and control again. And with that comes confidence, the kind that makes you feel safe, walking, bending, and climbing without fear of falling or weakness. Imagine waking up and feeling light, stable, and energized. Imagine bending, reaching, or climbing stairs without hesitation. That's not just a fantasy. It's what happens when you consistently challenge your body the right way. So here's your plan to get started this week. Do 2 sets of 10 glute bridges. Do 2 sets of 8 to 10 wall angels. That's it. Less than 10 minutes, 3 times a week. And if you stay consistent, in just 1 month, you'll notice your posture improving, your legs feeling stronger, and your balance more reliable. You'll feel younger, not because of your age, but because your body's machinery is working again. Now let me tell you in the comments which of these 2 exercises you're going to start with first. I love reading your progress stories. They inspire others too. If this video gave you something valuable, please take a second to hit that like button. It helps this channel reach more older adults who want to stay strong and independent. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and turn on notifications, because in my next video, I'll show you 3 powerful morning movements Japanese elders do daily to stay mobile and ageless well into their 80s. Remember, aging is inevitable, but weakness is optional. Forget long walks that only maintain what you already have. It's time to rebuild what age tried to take. Start small, stay consistent, and your body will thank you every single day. You're stronger than you think. You just have to remind your body of it. Stay strong, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next one.